Amazing. This part, please loop it, watch it forever. No, you really said something really beautiful. So, welcome. Here we are with Katja. Katja von Bauske.
Von Bauske.
Von Bauske, okay.
Yes.
Again with Let's Taste Music, and I'm really happy to have you here. So thanks a lot
so
for
much.
being here. The first time I met Katja was, I think, 2 years ago. And we met in Lunenburg.
Yes.
Yeah, for a session just to get to know each other. And to be honest, I was really impressed by the productions and the sound and the songwriting. It's really cinematic. It's like always different. And I think also from what I remember, there are some songs with really specific vibes. Mm-hmm. And I feel like maybe you got a lot of influence in your life. I don't know why you started to write music.
When I was a kid, I did love to sing. And I could do this the whole day. Like, when we had the music lessons, most of the kids, they were really shy and they didn't want to sing in front of the class. But I was really I did love it, and also the sing in the choir, or I had a small piano, could play the Flohwalzer the whole day, like and then I had this spark, or kind of an influencer also, because I'm a child from the GDR, like the former DDR, east part of Germany. I had this inspiration to leave the country, to go to the US, and I did listen to music which was kind of forbidden to listen to, or to radio stations. And I did love the singer Nena with the 99 Luftballons. She was also very famous. This
was a German singer.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
99 Luftballons.
I think someone told me about it, but yeah.
She was also famous in the US and in the UK, almost everywhere. And I could listen to her all day, and I was like, oh, I want to sing and write songs someday like Nena. And I think this was the first spark that hit me with music. I've written when I was actually 27. Very late. I guess I'm not really from a music family. Very much proletariat, Arbeiterklasse, and I don't know, working class. Working class. And so I think they didn't have it really in their mind.
Sure.
I couldn't see really that
was
there
a different
was
period also.
Yes, period
sure.
that, and also a lot of kids, they had another stress in their life, so they couldn't really support, what. So and I think that's been one reason why I started very late then, to really collect all my courage to do this. Yeah. My first song was What a Day, with other girls or friends from this time. Yeah. And it was really funny because I had an internship. I did an internship in a studio in a small town in Bavaria. And he gave me, so the producer, he gave me just a CD, with a beat on it, just a simple beat, and then he was okay, write something on it. And I was I took the challenge so much, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get famous now, I was so on fire. And I collected the other girls, now we are a girl group, it was the time of No Angels, when this started, this area. We had several harmonies, the first song, and we also had a rap part.
Wow.
And we had everything in it, and we also won a competition. Yes, we won with the song,
Wow. From that on, you start to write more songs and more songs. Yes. How do you start to write songs?
Most of the time is really the lyrics first.
Yeah.
I think it's more the lyrics, and then it can happen 1 year after. I take the guitar maybe and just try some random stuff, and then I look through my lyrics, what have I got? What's there? And of course I have to adapt it, because then the melody comes in, then some words are maybe too edgy or are not really fitting in, and then I have to do some little corrections to bring it into the melody. But and also I did write some songs where I did first do the harmonies, but it really depends. I also had one time I woke up and I came from the dream with the song.
Oh wow,
in reality, that
that's
was
an
really
experience.
crazy. That was
Crazy. Yeah, wow.
I mean, the song, when I hear it now,
Wow.
is not the best song, but in the dream, it sounded so good. It was like, oh my God, it's a perfect song,
Actually
kind of.
dreaming a
Yes.
song. Wow.
And also I did this experimentation, like you only have 15 minutes to write a song, to, put some loops together and really be fast, This is a little bit of hurry or like stressful also.
Yeah.
But you come to a point.
Yeah, okay. First album was released in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And where did you record this album, first of all?
Project Weltweit,
Yeah.
like Project Worldwide. And then all these numbers, like I think it's 888, meaning like it's like 8 songs, 8 locations, 33 musicians.
Ah, wait. So each song,
3
one location. Like one song, one location?
Yes.
Wow.
Like one song and like I have 8 songs from this album, and then 8 different locations.
Wow.
With 33 local musicians and on 3 continents in 7 countries.
Wow, that's honestly amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. First thought was, okay, I can record it here in Hamburg. I mean, here are plenty of good musicians in Hamburg and on brilliant studios. But then I came up with the idea, like, yeah, but why not worldwide? Because I used to be a flight attendant these days. Like, I was paid to fly, I was paid to be in layovers.
So you were flying and meeting musician then?
Yes, like I did start like to take my guitar with me like 2 years prior, like 2015 around.
Yeah.
I took my guitar with me because of really, I mean, like crazy circumstances. Because I did fly just part-time. It was like a working model they just did offer, like you fly half a year and you are off half a year. And it is off half a year. I did start to go to Hamburg School of Music. In the Medienbunker here in Hamburg. Used to so much to do music at the one hand, but at the other hand, I was really running out of money because I only had like a part-time income, like 50%.
Sure. And you have to pay your rent anyway.
Yes.
Still, yeah.
Yes, and so the crazy thing was I had my first flight of the next round flying, like, 2015. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have no money. And I even couldn't afford to buy some food. And I knew, okay, my next flight is like New York. And it was also the crazy thing, like you're off, like you stay in the 5-star hotels. But I did live like an artist, like the starving artist, like have no money, but being in this crazy surroundings, but we really have to count, like, oh gosh, what can I eat now, like this, And I was really I didn't know how to do it, and I took all together like my courage and gave a call to one of to the team leader, told her my misery, and she was like, she gave me so much courage, and I was asking her, but is it allowed to take my guitar with me? But because maybe I could do some busking in New York.
Wow.
It was my first busking experience ever. She was like, yes, that's a good idea. And her name was like Fortuna.
Fortuna.
Yes.
Okay,
like,
in Italian it means luck.
Yeah,
so,
luck,
yeah.
She was
Fortuna,
like, Mrs. Fortuna. Sweet. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a call from heaven,
Yeah.
And so I had my very first experience in New York City in Central Park. Did my with no amp and just an acoustic
guitar.
Yes.
Oh God.
Like just did it for the experience. I mean, in the end, I didn't make any dollar. But I did play for by accident, kind of accident, for a wedding ceremony.
Oh wow!
Because there were some 2 people from the UK, and then the ceremony master he saw me playing. There was, oh my gosh, can you maybe play further, because we have now a wedding ceremony.
Wow!
And they were so happy because I was playing and singing my German songs, and they had a ceremony like this. That was really cool. And after this, I really, in Germany we say, ich habe Blut geleckt, mit the spark, whatever. Yeah, and I couldn't stop, like, and the second time busking was in Mexico City.
Wow.
And then in Los Angeles. Almost all the time I took my guitar with me. in the cabin. And so, yeah, and I went to some open mics then after this, like in New York, in Shanghai, in Seoul, and I had some connections here and there. So I had some connections already. I could ask, so can you recommend me a studio? I need a drummer. I need this, I need that.
Should write a film, like a book. I don't know. You should share this story because
I want to.
The world. You meet the musicians. You play in the street. Then you go in the studio.
Yes.
You write the song. Like, I think that's a crazy experience.
Yeah.
Like, so wow, I'm really inspired.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Yes, it's kind of like the movie with Keira Knightley. Someone said to me, I think it was in Shanghai in the Union Tang. So the owner of the Union Tang. I also had a gig there. It was like really crazy. I was on a poster, like a placard. I was a special guest, like 3 cool local bands, and I was like the opening act in German language in Shanghai. And he was also, about my story. Oh, it's like the movie Begin Again. It's like the movie with Keira Knightley when she's in New York.
I think maybe I saw some trailers.
And also some different locations, but outside recordings. And I did it at a worldwide scale. Yeah, I would love to have a movie out of this. I would like.
I think you have to do it. Like, you have already an album.
How to do this? How to get there?
Already you have an album that talks about it. So
yes.
I think this is already a good step. Maybe a book.
Yeah, a book. Yes, I did start already to write a book, like die singende Flugbegleiterin. I mean, maybe.
Wow. Okay.
But it's also like how to finish it. I just have to do it.
Amazing. It feels like a film.
It is really like a film. Yes, it's really like a film. It's also like each step. I have so many stories inside the album. Also, like when the audience, when you do the first steps, and you aim for also a big goal, opportunities come to you. I also forget sometimes about it myself, even if I have experiences myself, but when you really take the steps, then it's kind of like magic. Doors are opening, and then it's like almost coming by itself. It's like you're on another timeline or on another, like in a stream.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, So never stop, dreaming big, because it's possible. Like also I had such crazy signs. Like even in Seoul, I had a sign for Iceland, and I didn't even know this time where to go in Iceland. Like when we were walking around in Seoul, South Korea, we went into a bar. The bar was empty, like during the day. And then there was a little movie, like a little TV. And there was playing a movie, the movie Once. It's like with Glenn Hansard. Do you know this? No. Indie movie?
Okay.
Also got an Oscar, like very famous musicians now. And I saw this movie with Glenn Hansard and Marketa Eglova in Seoul. And then when it came the time, I wanted to have like a recording also in Iceland for one of my songs, because I felt it fits very much to Iceland.
Yeah.
At a song, and I couldn't find a studio, because I had no connections to Iceland this time. From some studios, they didn't even answer. Like I was like, oh my god, okay. And but one studio did answer.
Wow.
And it was nothing less, it was the best studio I could ever dream of, because wife of the studio owner, they own it together, is no one less than Marketa Eglova from the movie. From that movie, from that independent movie I saw in Seoul.
That's
and
crazy.
She's playing even piano like in this movie in my song.
Yeah.
I felt like in a dream, and she's singing with her voice, like backing vocals in my song.
Wow.
Like the first time also in German. Then she's from the Czech Republic, and she's very famous,
Wow.
Like this was like crazy. This was even when I talk about, I feel like it's not true, but it really happened. It happened.
Yeah.
But sometimes you think like, how can such crazy stuff happen?
Yeah, I think sometimes we cannot calculate everything. So that just happens. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's the beauty of music. We're also about life. So what are you doing now? Because you had really already a crazy story until now. So I'm like, okay,
how to top that?
What's going next now?
Yeah, actually, I'm still in a project, to be honest. Like, my third album I recorded in 2022.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I haven't yet really released the album yet.
Ah, so you're still wow, okay.
Yes,
Still
you know,
working on it.
I did release like 2 songs out of the third album, and more singers are to come. But yeah, I really had also like a frustration phase in between, kind of like, you know, about music and about the industry and everything, you know. I mean, you're a musician yourself, you know, it costs a lot of money. So, and I put in a lot of money into my first album. Sure. And then, you know, like Corona came. I did release the first album exactly on the day everything closed. Exactly the day everything closed, you know, like...
The lockdown,
Yeah, the lockdown, you know, like that was really... I mean, I'm not the only one. I think it's like it's still not over. I want to release it, but I think I don't feel it at the moment when to release it, you know, because it takes a lot of money. You know, you need a PR agency most of the time, online marketing, promoting.
Press, yeah.
And it's... You need at least like the same amount of money you put into the music. You need to put into the marketing.
It's really an important topic anyway with music. When releasing music, and so it's not just about releasing a song, but as you said, this is really important actually. It's true.
And otherwise, and it doesn't make sense to put good music out there when nobody gets the chance, you know, through algorithm or whatever, or because you need really to show it, or you need like some articles, you know. And of course you can do it yourself, you know. You can put the time into local press or radio stations whatsoever, you know. But to really have the consistency, you know, also to really stick with it, you know, to follow up and so on, you know, it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass when you're an artist, you know. So I think that's the downside also, you know, that we're not just musicians. When you are like when you're an independent artist, you know, you have to do a lot of yourself, or you have the money and you can put the money into and get help, you know, from outside. Like, but I mean, for an album, when I have a PR agency, but when you have an album, you need at least €3,000 just for an album press, like a PR agency.
Anyway, a lot to spend because you don't know how it goes. Of course. It's really a risk.
It's really a risk, yeah. So what I did start lately. I'm about to learn like to produce my own stuff.
Okay, nice.
But I was really afraid to do it.
Okay, why?
I mean, because I had the privilege to work really with such good musicians and producers, like, you know, on a worldwide scale. You know, one of my main producers, he works with David Garrett, you know, like that's why these arrangements, like, are really like,
the music sounds really good. The music sounds really good.
And they're like really nice. They are pros, you know.
Yeah, but also you wrote good songs. Like, that's also the point.
Yeah,
it's not
maybe,
just good produce, it's also you wrote really a good story. So
I think it comes together.
About you,
it comes together. And now when you start yourself, you know, I have to allow myself now to be shitty in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like the first productions won't be at the level, you know, like how they produce it, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. These people, you were producer, mix engineer, master engineer, guitarist, drummer, like you have a team, like, and now you're just you.
I mean, it's really...
it's a different story, It's
a different story. At the other hand, it really is fun a lot, to really do it yourself. And at the other hand, it's like really, I mean, there's a difference, of course. I mean, the first song I produced now, it's not really finished. It's I mean, I don't know if I ever release it, but it's I think we have a problem. Most of the musicians have a problem with perfectionism.
That's true. I mean, it's true. There are a lot of it's true. You know? Like a lot of singers in particular.
Yes. And then you compare yourself not only to others but to yourself.
Don't be perfectionist, please.
No.
Don't do it.
But maybe I just put it out there. I don't know. It's it's an experiment. It's an experiment.
Yeah, maybe you can see it like that. Yeah,
it's an experiment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe I name it the project like project experiment. I don't know.
But then, what's your suggestion? Like, what's your tip for newcomers?
Writing a song is magical. First off, like when you write a song, it's like giving birth to something really new.
That's
it
true.
can be so. When it's
intimate.
magic.
It's intimate.
It's very intimate. And it's like it opens something, and it's also like healing. And then when you see it as a healing tool, like you process something from your life, from your observations, from your past, it will always be depends on the music, of course, maybe there's also your pain in the song, and it gives the certain glue to it, and I think it's always worth it to express yourself, in music, and to give it a try, first off. And also it's a mixture of, I would give you the tip from my perspective, also to really dream high from the beginning, to not play small, because when you aim very high, when you at least have 10% made, you're further than when you start dreaming and when you cut your dreams from the beginning, because especially we live here in Germany, and there's all this saying like brotlose Kunst, like the bad belief system, kind of, brotlose Kunst, that you can't make any money with music.
I didn't know that. No, crazy.
It's very common in Germany, like this brotlose Kunst,
Wow.
like
I moved to Germany for money music. So,
you can't really make art, money with art, that's a very bad belief system, which is, and I think when you tend maybe to then lower your expectations or lower your dreams, that you at least... or that you maybe say, oh, then it's just a hobby. But I think it's like a pain, when you say it's just a hobby. Of course, you can have it just like a hobby, it's nothing wrong with that. But not out of the fear to maybe not succeed, and to be ashamed of in the end whatsoever, and then lower your dreams. But aim high. To aim higher than you think, dream of being the millionaire with your music. Dream of to collaborate with crazy musicians. And because then this will give you the fire and the inspiration that you really move forward, On the other hand, allow yourself to be in the beginning really shitty. You can't be really good at the beginning. Everyone was shitty in the beginning.
Sure.
And to not compare yourself with all this polished, high-end productions, you hear on the radio, because, you're a producer yourself, how much this is being edited and mixed, and there's an effect on it, and then there is this and that on it, that it can sound like it sounds in the radio. To be, in this regard, really realistic and kind with yourself, but also aim high.
It's really well said. Mm-hmm. Wow, amazing. This part, please loop it, watch it forever. No, you really said something really beautiful. And also about the hobby musicians, because I think, of course, there are a lot of hobby musicians. It's fine. Like if you want to do it for fun, do it.
Yes.
But if you dream about it and then you're just afraid of it, just dream and do it. Like, why not? Let's try.
Right.
Instead of saying it's just a hobby, actually. Is there a song that you, I don't know, not the like the most, but that you want to share with us, that you want to talk about, like a specific song?
Mm-hmm. I think I have so many songs.
Yeah,
I really love.
Shares a huge catalog, guys. Like,
I think like nowadays, what fits the most from the song is like Wimpernschlag, is like a blink of an eye in English, kind of. I recorded the song in Shanghai with the musicians.
You can hear the Chinese.
Yes, that was also the concept of the album. I wanted to have like my German songs, give them a new sound cloud, sound rope, like the environment I recorded it. Like I wanted to have the song I recorded in China, like have a Chinese influence. Wow. The song I recorded in Iceland sounded Icelandic. Like this was this concept, of it. And so And the video is very cool. Also, we did record then the video in Beijing.
Oh,
Like on die chinesische Mauer.
wall.
The wall.
Yeah.
Also, like, and it's a song about like inner freedom.
Yeah.
And also like kind of peace, because I sing in the song like we are so full with it, or like we have enough of the world, of your old world. We have enough of your systems. We have enough of the war, you know. And we built our own forbidden city. It's like this metaphoric picture. So it's like, because we need, in the first place, we need protection for our new ideas, for how we want to live, how we want our new system to be.
What do you think about artificial intelligence and music? Because you have a huge story. You travel the world. You met musicians all over the world. You work with different producers, with different sounds. You invest money in studios. And now in the market, there is also AI music.
Yeah.
So what's your perception about it? Is it a good perception? Is it a bad perception? Is it an enemy, or is it a support?
I see both sides.
Yeah.
I see on one hand, you know, what you said, like we have music which comes from inside, which comes from source, which comes from God, maybe, or from the universe. Like it might not be perfect. And then we have this other music, like which is created in seconds, kind of. But of course, not really in seconds, but you have to prompt it correctly. You know, it might be as well and kind of an art or knowledge to have made this correctly. And I listened to some songs from the AI, and some I really liked, kind of, especially because I think, you know, it's a common thing, but they have like kind of like an affirmation song, you know, like it's kind of this upbuilding, you know, like this lyrics. And there's one artist, she's writing the lyrics herself, and she can't sing and she can't play any instruments. So that's her expression to really show her perception of the world, kind of. And I kind of liked it, you know. And I think in the future it will be more and more kind of, people will crave for authenticity more. And maybe if there's like maybe a little mistake in it and it sounds human, you know, you might like it more, because you are so fed up with the perfectionism, what I was just recently talking about, you know,
a good point. You connected,
too perfect, you know, because when you, sometimes I also use AI for my captions, you know. I just pick my video, like real is for me. I just talk, but then sometimes I'm too lazy to also write a cool caption, you know. Then I just give it to the reel to ChatGPT and say like, just write me a caption, so you know. But you can tell from my eye, because it's also this rhythmic, like it's this, it's not that, it's not that, it's this, you know. It's this common AI thing. But I think people will more and more want to have the human thing, the authentic thing, and even if it's a little bit cringe, or if it's a little bit not really perfect, they will like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's also the reason why I'm doing these videos a bit more, also to show some more human before the music, behind the music, because it's also, this is like, we are also humans, it's not just artists. We write songs also from our mistakes, from our dreams, from our experience. So if a person cannot sing, maybe like, let's say a disabled person, I don't know, has a problem and cannot play any instrument, at least there are some tools that can help you.
They can express them. Maybe to try it myself, you know. I think I would be afraid to give my voice into it, because you never know what I'm making out of it, you know, when you give your voice. Voice is like a fingerprint. I would be really afraid of to do this. But maybe to come up with my own ideas first for a song, and then just to give it a try, what would make AI out of it, you know. But I think it's also, when you start doing it, it might be also dangerous, because then you continue. Yeah,
that's true. I think I was talking with another producer from Italy about it. They say, I mean, it's cool when you're using it, but imagine if you cannot use it anymore. Now we check these music oracles.
Oh, wow.
But I want to ask you, is there something you want to add or say? Whatever, like a message, I always ask that.
What just comes to my mind is because I also did study musicology, like a Master of Arts.
Okay.
And so my master thesis was about like creativity on a international or intercultural scale. And I did interview like also musicians, like
I didn't know.
from my first album, like from different places. Musicians, they were from San Francisco and did relocate to Seoul, South Korea, or one from Reykjavik, Iceland, to the east coast of the US, like New York, Boston, and so on and so on. It didn't matter, because I wanted to find out how the soziokulturelle Faktoren, like social factors, like have an influence onto your creativity. Like if it's hindering or if it's supporting the creativity. Like
and what?
Yeah, and it was really interesting because most of those musicians who were able to be in the California, for instance, like Los Angeles or San Francisco, they were reporting it was like had a good impact onto their creativity because it's a not totally different mindset to be in like there. Like when you come to Los Angeles, for instance, they said because they really you have a surrounding of musicians. Most of them want it really big, So it's kind of amplifying you too because you are surrounded by really great musicians and it has an impact of you and your creativity. Also, you have more opportunities. Like, of course, it's also tough to live there because high rents and so on. But it's really this. And there was one musician. He's from Australia, and he did report of a syndrome. It's called tall poppy syndrome, like the tall poppies, like the Mohnblüte, like these big flowers.
Yeah.
And you have to if a flower gets too big from a field of flowers who are almost average, you have to cut it down and translate it to creativity. When you are too special, maybe, and their surrounding, like in Australia, you are kind of ignored, or you get problems, or because you have to be humble. Because even if it's not seen, it's unseen thing, but it has an impact on your creativity. Because you have to be humble and be like everyone else, kind of. And he wanted to get out of this and went to the US, like to Los Angeles, and was kind of the opposite thing. Like you have to be extraordinary, you have to be special, you have to be unique, otherwise you're nothing there, So the crazier you are in Los Angeles, or the more unique you are, the better, and they feel like inspired by you. And that's really, I found very interesting. And no matter if someone was like supported in their childhood, for instance, or not, it had the surrounding and environment have an impact on your creativity, no matter what, It doesn't matter if you are supported or not.
Yeah.
In a surrounding, like maybe also Germany, I think, is not the best country to be really creative or to be supported with music, or like, musicians to live here. Think about it when you maybe once leave the box and go to another surrounding, another environment. It could be a totally different. So there could be so much more inside of you, I won't say. So don't take it for not granted, but take it for fixed,
Yeah, I think.
Because it's also influencing you from the outside.
Absolutely. I think the problem that I see with my generation a bit is that a lot of people, they just think I do it online. That's it.
Online.
Like, they stay at their home. I don't know, let's say in South Italy. Mm-hmm. And they say, I can do it from here. I can do everything. But I think what you said is really real.
Yeah.
Like, it's a real point. You have to go to places where, they don't cut your legs. Like, where you can express yourself and where you're not weird. And probably, as you say, like in Los Angeles, is a place where there are so many artists. There's so much happening that actually are like, wow.
Yes, yes.
You're like, okay, I have to do it. So I also think in the same way. I think it's really important. It's also a good message for young artists.
Yeah.
To really out from your comfort zone as well.
Yeah.
Like Los Angeles is not comfort for sure. It's like a jungle for sure.
Yes.
Like, so you go out, you're like, oh no, I don't know if I go back now.
You need some money, I guess. Yeah.
Also that is more, it's more pressure. In bigger city, you can experience that even more. I think some big cities, they still have a bit of opportunity than a village. That's
Yes, definitely.
because a village, you're alone probably.
Yeah.
Like in a village of 1,000 people, you're too weird.
Yeah, I dream of really to go to Los Angeles one. And even if it would be just for like 3 months, because you need this Aufenthaltsgenehmigung, like this tourist visa.
Yeah.
Like because it's very sketchy. You can't work even in the US. I think there are so many regulations.
Too much bureaucracy around.
Yes, where this is forbidden or that. It's not easy, I think. I don't know if there's like an artist visa. I think there is some.
I think there's some, but you have to prove some stuff. It's not so easy.
Yes.
It takes a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. So I think one opportunity would be like to be 3 months in,
Like,
and then
like
go
a
out,
tourist. Yeah.
get in and out like this.
Yeah,
I think some people make this.
I also have the same plan, so maybe who knows? Maybe we will meet there in a certain point.
I would love to, or just like tour there. I would really love to experience that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm planning maybe next year to go there because there are some big events like where there is a huge network, but of course costs money to start maybe 3 weeks.
Let's collaborate. I mean,
maybe we can meet there. Yeah, maybe we can go together.
I mean,
do you have
I know
vouchers for flying? No, you don't have any.
I just fly myself, like not so. But I know some musicians over there, and also
That's
studio.
Cool,
I have some connections in Los Angeles, so it would be cool.
In case, guys, we see there. And about the cards. Okay, let's do it. Hopefully the camera will not die.
Mm-hmm.
So, Katja.
Yeah.
How you pronounce it in German? Is Katja or Katja?
Katja.
Okay. In Italian, like Katja.
Katja.
Katja von Bauske.
How would you pronounce it in Italian?
I think Katja.
Yeah. Katja.
And then choose one. And I will also show it in the video.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can read it.
And then which one is welche rausfällt, ne? Which one comes from itself? Or just
take one. Yeah, just take one.
Okay.
Yeah. I can also take one if you want.
Yes.
Can share with you.
I would love to.
We got together in this.
You always have to do it with the left hand, right? I know it because I'm used to this.
I didn't know.
I also have like cards.
It's always a good.
Because left is like the female side and it's more feeling.
Creative
side. Because of the
crazy.
The Janis Joplin. That's really funny.
Okay, can you read it? What are its readings?
Yes, I read it. So, evolve, but don't compromise. You're all you've got. The power of love must replace the love of power. You are far greater than the sum of your fears. Wow. That's love.
So with the left?
Yes.
Freddie Mercury.
No,
okay.
I saw him today.
You saw him today?
Not at weird.
This will be a crazy video.
YouTube.
We saw Freddie Mercury. And then
YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Crazy.
I never see him.
That's nice. Maybe it was a sign.
It was a sign.
A dramatic life is better than being dramatic about life. Extravagance is the wicked stepmother of invention. There is nothing more precious than frivolity.
Wow.
A dramatic life is better than being dramatic about life. Guys. Okay, and so thanks a lot for coming here, for spending your time with me. To, let's say, a learning, like it's a lesson. It's a life lesson more than a interview. I feel like I have beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
I think it's always so inspiring to, learn from other people.
Yeah.
Also see how they live their life, how they're planning their life also, what they're doing.
Right.
So I think it's always so interesting to get to know better people. Because now I also know better you as well. And
thank you so much for the opportunity.
So put a like, share it. Thanks a lot and see you soon.
See you soon, bye.
Okay, thanks.